Okay, so I have cleared the deck and I'm using it again to read on Trump. But if you haven't seen the reading I did for Trump's March, I used two different tarot decks, and boy, it was very telling. So I think it's appropriate to use the Lenormand, and this is a combo of Gypsy and Lenormand. We have 52 cards, and I want to see how is it going to go for Trump now, since he was such a jackass jerk to Zelensky. And his little sidekick Vance, J.D. Vance. We'll throw him in there too. Of course, I probably should be using it. You know, maybe I will do the Kipper afterwards. I don't know. I'll just do this one. We can, if you have any questions, drop them in and maybe I will use the Kipper. But how is this going to go for Trump? Now, so the way it works is that Trump just tells on himself. And like I was showing in Zelensky's reading, here is what Trump is obliged to do for Putin. He's obliged to do whatever he's been told. Obliged to fulfill his obligations. So, and it's because he helped him be elected. He helped cheat, just like Elon helped. So my question to the cards is, now it's going to take some time, and a lot of people don't, a lot of voters don't pay much attention to politics, and there are probably a lot of Trump supporters on the dark side who don't care about Ukraine, which is just heartbreaking to me, and stupid, absolutely stupid. I mean, do the math. If we don't help Ukraine, it's going to be more costly than any support we could ever give them. But no, Trump aligns with the dictator. He has publicly aligned, and so did J.D. Vance, with the dictator of the country who invaded Ukraine. And Trump's saying he doesn't have the cards. Yeah, I got your cards. Let's see how that goes for you. I have to let go of my bias and just let the cards line up. What is the truth? How will this go for Trump? And I'll give it a time frame of, I'll go ahead and give it the end of the year. Why not? And who knows what other dumb things he may do by then. But the lunar eclipse is hitting him hard. And it's in the houses of the 2nd to 8th, squaring his sun and moon, which is the hardest square you could ever have, within 1 to 2 degrees of both. And with the it's a full moon. All lunar eclipses are full moon. So it's coming in on the March 15th Eastern time for him. And the deal with perfect 8th house energy, it's in the axis of his 2nd house of money, his personal money and resources or finances, and then other people's resources. And eclipses bring in information and big changes. They're turning points. Now, they can be good. They can work out really well. I've seen it work out for a lot of my clients really well if you're working the energy, if you're working in the light. But that's not Trump. Okay, right there. All right. So here we are with money flow. That would be attraction. Maybe there's travel and moving on, choices, attraction, choices, money. This is also my election card, or all of us Lenny's use that. Secrets? Conflicts. Conflicts of interest, huh? Watching the money flow, watching the duel broken. Now you watched me shuffle, and I cleared the deck before I even started. But this is the same card that came in for Zelensky right at the heart of the reading. For Trump, it's surprise, shattered, secrets. This could be our homeland card. It's a card of his stable foundation. It's about him. So the security of his own foundation. Like he's being watched. Where does the money go? And there are lots of conflicts of interest and just dueling type of energy. I won't call him President 47 because I don't think he really got elected. I think I go with the smart elections information. I have that somewhere? Here it is. This, you could go to Jasmine Crockett's YouTube channel, and I'm sure she has something there. But this was when that video came out that, Trump admitted on video that Elon helped him win Pennsylvania. And then it was a report released by Smart Elections that found there were serious concerns that votes may have been tampered with in the 2024 election. Unnatural data patterns that were seen. People in Cambria County couldn't scan ballots, which were later manually counted by the Board of Elections. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Okay, there's his reputation. This would be the news. I think this is the news is shattering his ability to grift. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That isn't good. Shocking. A shocking ending. Evidence coming out. Danger. To the little white boys club. And the greed. Okay, but how it's going to go for Trump is the money flow that he expects to get, or the money flow that the dark money flow that he has already taken in, is going to come out on the news. His warmth, his ability to attract warmth is ending, will end. And opportunities, well, I think it's more like his risk. He's literally risking commitments from allies. He's burning bridges with our allies, but he doesn't care because he's under Putin's agenda, and Putin just wants to control. Putin has always, I don't know how many, since it's kind of like what you call a Cold War. It's just a misinformation campaign that Putin started well before 2015, and it definitely affected the 2016 election. Remember the Mueller report? And his agenda is to destroy the U.S. from within with a disinformation campaign. So it's Russian propaganda. Trump spews it out of his ugly face and says it over and over and over and over and over again, and people who are susceptible and gullible start believing it. Or if they listen to him enough, that's the thing is, you guys should understand that we all have a subconscious. We have an unconscious, but we have a wise unconscious as well. And then we also have that subconscious that it's where background thoughts come through. It's where misconceptions come through. Sometimes if it's not clear, if this is not the truth. But the subconscious doesn't have, I always remember Louise Hay saying this years ago, the subconscious does not have a sense of humor. So it kind of just takes in anything. So that's if, like you fall asleep with the TV on, you're not going to have good dreams because you're going to be filled with, commercials and stuff like that. And who knows what you fell asleep watching. So that's how Russia, Putin knows this, KGB people, that even U.S. military, they know it's like psyops. They know how this works. So gullible people hear it over and over and over again, and they believe Trump's lies, and he just keeps putting it out there. But that's ending. That may literally be like burning up and shattering his future moving forward. Because choices are split up. So what he's doing is dividing the homeland, making us make a choice. Well, we made ours a long time ago, but more and more people, he's attracting a new choice in our homeland. And I think the secrets that will be revealed is his grift and who he gives to with money, with attention, and this is Putin. Yeah, it's shocking. It can happen really soon. This is also a card of a decision, but the decision is to cut something out of your life. So something's going to come out on the news. It's all going to come out on the news over and over again. And I mean, even on Fox News, they're not saying. I don't think any of them are speaking highly of. At least the little news clips I saw on YouTube. I don't know. I never turn on Fox News on my regular TV, but so a dangerous choice or a cut that creates a painful loss for Trump. Because remember, this is all about Trump. What's his experience after what he's done? It'll be shocking, a shocking, painful loss to people who were committed to him. And there's evidence, there's written information that I think will help people want to get to the truth, want to get to the honesty. And they'll be able to tell that he's not honest. And then, I tend to look at this as an answer card where I can get some timing. And it's generally a wintertime card, but a lot of you guys see it at lilies and you go, oh, Easter. Well, let's go with that. I like that. Because that would get us through both eclipses, the lunar and the solar eclipse, and then it would be a couple weeks after that, right? Or within that 2-week window. We're in the lunar eclipse window already today. So that's going on for him. Yeah, people who've been committed, or maybe this is Trump who literally needs to be committed in a straitjacket and in an institution. But they see his reputation, they're seeing his reputation in a new way. A lot of people are seeing him as a lunatic with a tremendous amount of dementia and Alzheimer's. This is my dementia card. This is also my card for after effects from COVID. And, I think he has long COVID. You guys, we can all see that. I shared from Libby's channel over at Meister Tarot. She had the photo of the close-up of Trump's hand where he's been getting intravenous, he's had a little tapper thing in there. I don't know what it's called. I forget. Libby knows. She's been through a tremendous amount of medical procedures with her mom, and her mom's good now, but Trump isn't. And you could tell it's all bruised and it looks like he put makeup on it. Either that or it's just the yellow kind of bruise and he thought it didn't matter. And they're trying to say, you know, his press secretary, what's her name, Caroline Levitt or whatever, and other people, whenever they're asked, the word is just to say, he shakes hands with hundreds of people every day, and it's from handshakes. Yeah, sure. He's a germaphobe. He doesn't shake hands any more than he has to. So, anyway, unless he really does have such tiny, tiny hands, it's somebody's thumb or whatever, you know, when you're, yeah. They could bruise him. I would never shake his hand. Ugh. So, he has conflicts of interest that are going to probably be revealed. They're hidden for a while, but when the darkness comes out, people are going to see who he's really committed to, and it's Putin, the crazy, and the good old white boys club, all that bullshit. That's going to come out. We already know it. But this is for, I think, mostly MAGAs, where they will finally start to see. And I've watched MSNBC long enough, or often enough, to see the stats and the polling. I can't remember the big number, but the 11%. There's only 11% of people who don't care or are aligned with Putin in a way that they want to. You know, they're Nazi sympathizers. So they're for all of this baloney. But yeah, the other 80% something, 86, 80, whatever, they don't want anything to do with Putin, and they see Trump's connection. So that's the curve. That's what's happening. And, you know, that's revealed here and here with the eye. The election, maybe it's even something about the election coming through that will be seen as the gift, the giving from two different angles. You know, because votes, election, and the shockaroo about the election, if we're mirroring the cards, is really important to his reputation, and we know he's a thief. That's all he's ever done all his life. Stole all the boxes out of, took all those boxes to Mar-a-Lago, and now I guess he's going to be getting some of them back. Yeah. So I don't have anything else with this. Let me do a few tarot cards just for fun. And I will use this deck even though somebody doesn't like it. My readings, my rules. No, there, make sure it's straight up. Okay, so. Oh yeah, maybe some maters will come fly. I love this guy's eyeballs. Trump is very afraid of being... Actually, let me do this. Here. Come up a ways. Oops. There we go. That should do it. I can always go up a little bit more. It's Visions of Life Tarot. And I just go with the artwork because it varies. It varies from the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay. How's this going to go for you, Trump? How will the American people feel when all the news comes out and they keep talking about it? They keep putting it out there. Just, is this going to matter to most of the American people? How are they going to view him, and what will be the result? Right there. Okay, so the charm that he holds, or with this being the Queen of Wands, I don't know, it'd be any fire sign person, so maybe it will be something. Alina Haba is an Aries, so maybe it'll have something to do with that. But again, you know, just going with the artwork, I mean, there are birds up there in this hair, and it's, you know, making a crazy hairdo to be charming. But it is, the true meaning about his charm is something that he's, you know, we've got the Hanged Man. So there's a sacrifice. Maybe they saw the same thing I saw on in that meeting. I think I can bring this up a little bit, actually. In that meeting, and then here we are with seeing the top of his hair, seeing his head. You know, you could see all the ways he's trying to cover up the bald spots on top, but his hair's not growing anymore, so it's not making it over, and so he's having to pull more from like way down here in his ear and try to flip it over the top. And it's not working. Yeah, so he's sitting in a place of restricting himself. He's sitting in a place of restricting his own life force and himself. This is the Ankh symbol. In the past, yeah, he thought he was pulling, he thought he was taking a big old stand and pulling the wool out of, pulling the rug out from under Zelensky. But the, you know, the deal is, it doesn't look good when you beat somebody up, you know, when you're cruel. And he had no intention of ever, he was either going to extort Zelensky, or he was going to, oh goodness, we have the tomato card. He was either going to extort Zelensky or just not make a deal at all. And Zelensky held firm because, you know, he can go to other countries and get the support. So anyway, what this created for Trump from yesterday forward is just more rivalry with other countries. And it's not going to go well. And especially, we're talking trade wars over here too. What's hanging over him? Now this would go with our scythe in the Lennies, you know, the little cut. This one that was down here, the decision, the sharp cut, the whack, whatever. That's also a harvest time type of a card. So maybe it takes quite a while. Like maybe it takes all the way to the fall or the end of the summer, you know, after like things ripen really well. And then he's going to have to reevaluate because it's just too much. He can't handle it. He can't handle it, and it's what he's really afraid of. So he's losing his charm. He's going to be slammed with tomatoes, and more ketchup is going to go flying like crazy. And he's going to have to balance and try to figure out where to, you know, it's the same crap where he's just trying to take from the American people. This could also have some Medicaid problems in here for him. Could have a government shutdown for a while that causes problems for him. But here we have, you know, the juggling and in trying to figure out where to get the money because he needs to give it to his richest in the, you know, his 1%. You got to get that 2017 tax cut, push through another one so it goes 2027 to beyond, and because it, you know, runs out in 10 years. And here he is needing to, where am I going to get the money? The guy's lifting his hat. Well, there's nothing under my hat. You know what I mean? It's like, but trying to juggle and balance. are hallmarks of the Two of Pentacles, and in this deck is profit and loss. He's going to be learning something, and it's going to have primarily with running out of time and money, time and money. Whoops! And then here's the big can of whoop ass upside the head. This is internally. He's attracting internally the need to learn hard lessons, and then externally here comes the hard lesson. How you like those eyeballs? And then long distance future, well, the Ten of Wands, you know how things are overwhelming, but for him, it's all about, he's back to his adolescent days when he wasn't popular at all, and he was such a bear to handle that his parents sent him to military camp or military school, and he said he loved it. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And so that's, he's they talk about arrested development. That's him. He's about 13 years old. And the older he gets and the more his Alzheimer's kicks in, the stronger it kicks in. Because remember, that's how his dad died. He's going to get more and more like that 13-year-old. But he's not going to have the same level of strength and testosterone. So there's that. But the outcome with this situation, we have the Judgment card. And people are going to be finally hearing everything that he has said, and they're going to eat it up. And I don't know that he'll get a renewal out of it. Maybe he'll get another ear thing happen. Maybe he'll have to walk around. Maybe he'll have to put a big fat maxi pad on his ear again. Walk around with that on the side of his head. That would work. Let's see what was on the very bottom. Yeah, King of Swords. There could be some legal issues tying him up in knots, tying up his guts. His guts have never been right. So yeah, and if I had kept going, enlightenment, the Sun card, well, I think if he gets any enlightenment, I don't think he's really going to take it in. I think it's more about all the lawsuits. Enlightened with lawsuits. I don't know what else that could be. I'll let you guys dissect the artwork and tell me what you think. Okay, well, check out the ending. Don't forget the ending. Bye. Take good care. Have a good Saturday, good weekend. Bye.